Hello and welcome to Last Tequila Standing. We are here with Nick Diamond with Riazul Tequila, one of the co-owners and managing partner. Welcome to Last Tequila Standing.
Well, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about your tequila and how it was founded?
Sure. Well, we launched about 3 years ago. The company was founded by a gentleman by the name of Anejo, who unfortunately couldn't be here today due to a travel schedule. But his family has had a piece of property in the highlands of Jalisco for several generations, actually dating back to Mexico's independence. So his great-great-grandmother fought against the conspiracy, or fought against Spain, worked for the conspiracy. And in return, after Spain was thrown out of Mexico, the government awarded her about 10,000 acres in the highlands. So wonderful, wonderful land. Over the years, they have shed some of the land. They've given it back to the people. They've sold some, but today they still control about 650 acres. And it was used as a vacation property. And until about 12 years ago, when Iñaki decided, all of his neighbors were in the agave business, and he said to some of his elders, why aren't we doing this? So with their blessing, they decided to let him use the property to start planting. So he went out and consulted and found some experienced people in the agave industry, and decided to start planting. And it was the plants really actually thrived, and it was against the better judgment of some of his elders. The plants, they didn't think it would work because of the high elevation.
Right.
So as it turned out, the plants thrived, and then about six years ago, he came to the U.S., got an education. I had the pleasure of meeting him through mutual friends, and I love the idea. I fell in love with his passion. I love the fact that there was a legacy, there was history behind the brand.
It's a great story.
Yeah, and while our packaging is not traditional, the tequila is very traditional, and we, as you can see, wanted to develop on the visual side something a little bit more modern, a little bit more sexy, elegant, and I think we did a great job.
Yeah, I love, when I first looked at the bottles, I was like, is that tequila? Because most of the time tequila, you'll find it like the traditional
the short
card bottles, which I think are amazing, but these are really great because they just say to me, party, fun, like I think of sitting on a beach just sipping the tequila. I mean, I really love the design. Who came up with the design?
Well, Iñaki and a design firm in Mexico really came up with the design. And again, you touched on what we wanted to convey is, our motto is flow freely. And what we want people to do is really to enjoy Riazul with friends and family. I mean, it's about enjoying, the end of the day, relaxing with friends and family, flowing freely. Maybe it's vacation, maybe it's a nice glass after work, whatever.
Right. And the critics, I mean, you're getting great reviews. They love the path that you've taken so far. Well,
thank you very much. We are we're honored. We've gotten tremendous feedback. It started with tequila.net. Our Anejo is one of the highest rated Anejo, and out of all 900 tequilas that he rates. But in the category, it was number one. We have gold medals for all three with the BTI, the Beverage Testing Institute in Chicago. And just recently, we were awarded 96 points through the Wine Enthusiast, which was amazing. Yeah, this was one of the summer issues. I believe it was the June.
I didn't know they rate tequila. That's
well, they don't do it often. And actually, our Anejo was one of the highest, and it competed with with the ratings they've given to extra Anejos, which is a different category. So we're honored and excited. And it's a very different tequila, and we can get into it as we taste. But yeah, we're excited. We've gotten great feedback.
Yeah, I'm excited to try some of this. So what do we have here?
So we have our silver, we have a Reposado, and we have our Anejo. We're going to start the tasting today with the Blanco, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do that is different. So it starts with the agaves are cooked in stainless steel, and then we go through 2 distillation processes. So typically tequilas will go through one or the other, either a column still or a pot still. So what our master distiller and Iñaki decided is they wanted to do something a little bit different while preserving the strong agave notes. but wanted to create something a little bit different. And they also use a wine technique, which is called micro-oxidation. And what that does is they inject air bubbles through when it's distilling, and it kind of opens it up a little bit. And again, it's a wine. This is not my expertise, but
You're describing it very well.
But it's a wine technique, and I heard that they it's not done often, but they wanted to play around with it, and it really produces a very nice, very smooth tequila, but again, protecting the agave profile, which is what you want in a tequila. You want to be able to taste the agave, but it's really nice, it's smooth. And then next, what we do with the Reposado is it's aged in American oak and French oak for 9 months.
Now, generally when, we've been hearing about the aging, they either age it in one or the other. That's really different to age it in
two
both.
different barrels. Yeah, and these are new barrels. Again, this is kind of, Iñaki and our master distiller really getting creative and thinking outside of the box and wanting to create something unique. So yes, typically Reposados are aged in American oak and bourbon barrels. Sometimes they're charred, so Reposados tend to be a little smoky. So this is not going to be smoky at all. It's going to be a little peppery and some citrus notes, but we use new barrels. Again, American and French oak, and it's 9 months. So 9 months in each, and then they blend it. Again, the blending before it's bottled. So you get a full 9 months in American and a full 9 months in French.
That would be a big flavor profile.
Yeah, and then and then they blend it. So it's really nice. So it's again peppery but wonderfully smooth. And then where things really get different is our This is the one that has such the high marks. So the Anejo, what we do is we buy used cognac barrels from France, and we buy them. They're sourced from the Citeaux forest, and the Citeaux forest is known for its vanilla notes. It's a white white oak, and we buy them. The distinction we look for is they've had to age cognac for at least, I think, 8 years is the XO distinction, I believe. But we buy the barrels, ship them to Mexico, and then we put the Blanco in, and it rests for a full 24 months. And this is outstanding. You're going to get vanilla, you're going to get chocolate, cinnamon. I've heard Christmas in a glass. Someone described it. It's just really
so
you
get
get
an early Christmas present.
Yeah, exactly. So you get a lot of wonderful profiles in this, and it's really to watch people taste this for the first time, which is really one of the reasons I decided to help Iñaki grow this brand, because I saw the reaction that people had to our product, especially the Anejo, and it was so different that I knew we had something special, and it really is, and I can't wait for you to try it. But
Great. Well, can I start with this one right here?
You want to? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Of course. Whatever you like. So this one again. Go.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
I taste like nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah.
To it, and the finish on it is kind of chocolatey.
Yeah. And you get there's hints of a lot of notes of cognac, which is actually pretty nice as well.
A little bit of caramel.
Caramel, yeah, it's fun. It's a really fun tequila. So it's.
I can see why you're getting really high marks for
this
one.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's really smooth, and it's very easy to drink. And we love. This is a really nice introductory tequila, and we're finding that as tequila is becoming more popular, and people are ordering tequilas neat and on the rocks, and have that bad story from college. This really gives people a new memory and a new experience on a really nice tequila. And
I'll definitely buy this. It's really nice to sip. It's I'm not generally a tequila sipper, but I would sip that. So.
Yeah, it's very simple.
And this is the Reposado.
So a Reposado, yep.
Okay.
So this one you're going to get again some pepper notes, maybe a little bit of citrus on the back end, but really nice. This is a very versatile one, and I like this because this one is fun for the mixology community because it's very versatile, but again also great, neat, or on the rocks.
I just want to hint, I want to touch on that really quickly because this is out in New York right now, which have some of the best mixologists. So what drinks are being made with the Reposado right now?
Sure. We right now, actually, we are running for the Day of the Dead. Richard Sandoval, who's a great chef, he has tons of restaurants all over the country, but he has 3 in New York. And they're going to be featuring at Maya, Pompano, and Zango, which is his new restaurant, and La Biblioteca, which is an amazing tequila bar. They're going to be featuring the Reposado in their Day of the Dead cocktail. They're going to be running it for the month. And we have mixologists at, there's a place called Little Branch in New York, which is a great little speakeasy. The master mixologist there created a wonderful cocktail with the Anejo, actually, which we call, well, it has many names depending on where we place it, but he named it the Chupacabra, and it's delicious. It's like a wonderful Sunday brunch cocktail. It's made with lemon, agave, cucumbers muddled, mint, and then the añejo.
That sounds really refreshing.
Oh, and Cholula, of course, Cholula. It's a wonderful cocktail.
Wow.
Yeah, we are available in New York. We're in 12 states actually today, but New York, Texas, and Illinois, Chicago, we do very well. We have a pretty good presence in those 3 states, and then some smaller distribution in other states.
And you're branching out to the West Coast as well?
We are. We are in California. We have a small distributor in LA, but we plan to get a little more aggressive. Again, we've been on the market for 3 years. We plan to really concentrate. We've been taking a grassroots approach to our business plan, but it's time, I think, now that tequila is really becoming a popular and people are experiencing great tequilas, we really want to kind of step it up and start, putting a little more muscle behind the machine. And so we'll get a little more aggressive, but on our marketing efforts. But
well, I'm excited to try the Reposado.
Yeah, please.
That is really nice. I can taste the pepper.
Yeah.
And it's really smooth.
Yeah, very
So
smooth.
I was really surprised with that. I was kind of like bracing myself for the Reposado, but it's really smooth.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And then the finally is the Blanco. So this one, again, 2 distillations right to the bottle. So there's no aging on this, but again, you're going to get a lot of agave properties and maybe some chocolate on the back note. But yeah, very smooth. Yeah, it's a good one.
Favorite. That is sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sweet. That's surprising.
Yeah, it's really, again, the agaves that we use are typically a little bit higher than the normal brick levels. And again, that comes from the property and the high elevation and the mineral-rich soil that we have. And it's all single estate. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but yeah, everything is sourced from our property, or Inyaki's property. And so we're very proud of it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Where can we find you online? Where can we get you?
Well, you can visit us on our company website, which is riazul.com, and that's riazul.com. We're active in the social media, of course, Facebook and Twitter. You can follow us, and you can always find where to purchase us by state on our website, where we list all of our accounts. So,
great. Well, thank you so much for joining us
thanks
today.
for having us.